This is Disney 65 fan here, and today I'm going to show you my top. I'm going to tell you my top 10 favorite films of all time. This list was very tough because I have so many movies I love. I will say in honorable mentions as well before I mention number one, and let's begin. Number 10 is While You Were Sleeping, which stars Sandra Bullock and Bill Pullman. It's a romantic comedy that came out in 1995, and it tells the tale about this girl called Lucy. Is it Lucy Juarez, I think? Lucy Juarez, played by Sandra Bullock, of course, who she falls in love with a guy after she saves his life from like a train, because like these guys like pushed the guy Jack. Oh, Peter. Sorry, Peter. She falls in love with Peter. She's hot for Peter, of course. Hi, Jessica. She's hot for Peter, of course, and then of course things get out of hand because she goes to the hospital because he's in a coma, of course, and they think Peter's family, the Callahans, thinks that Sandra's character is Peter Gallagher's character's fiance. And there's all this crazy mayhem happens, and yeah, I've always loved this movie. It's a Christmas movie as well. I always loved it. I loved the story. I loved the music. I loved the characters. I've always been a fan of Sandra Bullock anyway, so that's While You're Sleeping. Number 9 is a movie that I love. It's so underrated, of course. It is, of course, A Walk to Remember, which stars Mandy Moore and Shane West, and it tells the tale about this guy called Landon Carter, played by Shane West, who he's the popular guy, he's a real asshole. He's really popular and everything, and he has to do community service in his school because a prank went horribly wrong and it ended up having a guy in a hospital or whatever. And of course he's to do community service, and in the meantime he falls in love with this girl called Jamie Sullivan, played by the wonderful Mandy Moore. And she was, of course, hiding a secret from him when he does kind of start to like her. As he does the community service, he ends up falling in love with her, but of course she is hiding a secret from him. If you've seen the movie, you know what it is. I'm not going to spoil it for you, because if you didn't see the movie, you say, you spoiled it on me, and I'm like, sorry. But yeah, all I have to say is, it's a tearjerker, and you need Kleenex tissues for it, so that's all I'm going to say for that one. Number 8 is a movie that's a superhero movie. It's actually my favourite superhero movie of all time. This is coming from a 26-year-old woman, of course, because I love this superhero a lot. And it got rebooted like 3 times already. And the only one that can pull it off is Tobey Maguire. You know what I'm talking about. It's Spider-Man 2. I love that film so darn much. I love the visual effects. I love the characters. I love Kirsten Dunst and Tobey Maguire's relationship. Their chemistry, like, you can feel the chemistry, like, it's not forced in. And the music done by, oh god, who's done the music for Spider-Man? Danny Elfman. Yeah, Danny Elfman did the score for it, and he's just fantastic. Like, Danny Elfman's music is very kind of gothic, very kind of, it's very kind of gothic feel to it, Danny Elfman. He's always collaborating, of course, with Tim Burton. That's a surprise for you. And, yeah, I've always been a fan of Spider-Man, especially the music as well, and I love the visual effects. And so yeah, that's Spider-Man 2. If you haven't seen Spider-Man 2, do watch it. I love it. There's one scene I love in Spider-Man 2. It's the train sequence where like Spider-Man has to like battle Dr. Octavius, and he's like pulling, goes, and it's like, oh my god, it was such an intense scene. It was awesome. So that's Spider-Man 2. Number 7 is a comedy that I love to bits. It makes me laugh every time. Starring Jim Carrey, of course, Dumb and Dumber. I love a lot of Jim Carrey movies, like the old comedies. Like I thought The Mask was hilarious. Scared the crap out of me as a kid. Ace Ventura: Pet Detective was funny as well. Bruce Mice was funny. Yes Man was good, and Lara was funny as well. But then ever since then, his comedy's kind of, it's not the same anymore. It's kind of like gone in the head. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is one of his most hilarious comedies he's ever done. It's about these 2 idiots who goes off on this kind of trip to retrieve a business a case for this woman who Lloyd, played by Jim Carrey, fancies. And of course, he thinks that him and her are meant to be together, and she's like, she doesn't know what to expect. And then Harry falls in love with her, and then of course turns out that she is, spoiler alert, a married woman. But of course, the fact is, an actual interesting trivia is that Jim Carrey actually married the woman that played Mary Swanson in Dumb and Dumber in reality, and that lasted for like what, 2 years. So that's like a fun fact. But yeah, Dumb and Dumber's hilarious. One funny scene is the toilet scene that it makes me laugh. But the one scene that makes me laugh is when Lloyd is dreaming about Mary Swanson, and and like he dreams of her, and he like, you know, he kind of like lifts up in the air, he looks at her backside, and then he farts using like a fire lighter. It was hilarious. And then like when they're making love, her boobs are actually like flat. Her boobs are like headlamps, and I was there laughing like an idiot. It was such a funny film. So yeah, if you haven't seen Dumb and Dumber, do watch it. It's very, very funny. Number 6, Enchanted. I love this film. It was the movie that introduced me to Amy Adams, who I have never heard of until this film came out. She's a very good actress, actually. I love Amy Adams. I think she's really, really good. She plays Giselle, who of course falls down as like it starts off as a cartoon. It's kind of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, actually. And it starts off as a cartoon. Julie Andrews is narrating this movie, and it starts off like a cartoon, like I said, and then of course like for 10 minutes, and then after that goes into live action. And then of course Amy Adams' character Giselle falls in love with Patrick Dempsey's character Robert Phillip. And then of course things get a turn because Prince Edward is coming to save Giselle. She has to choose who she loves. Is it Robert, the divorce attorney, or the guy, what you call him? James Marsden's character, Prince Edward. James Marsden though stole the whole film. He was hilarious. Every time he was on screen, I was laughing like an idiot. I thought it was hilarious. So yeah, if you haven't seen Enchanted, do watch it. It's a really good film. Very underrated, by the way, and there's supposed to be a sequel of it coming soon. So I'm looking forward to that. Number 5 is, okay, there is so many adoptions of this fairy tale. There is so many of them. But the one that I just love, and it came out like, wow, it came out 3 years ago, is Kenneth, as I like to call it, Kenneth Branagh's Cinderella. With Lily James and Richard Madden. I love that film. It's just, you know what the story's about. You know but she's going to get the prince. You know she's going to get married to the prince. You know she's going to go to the ball and leave again, and the glass slipper like falls and the prince goes and finds her. You know what the story is. But still though, it's definitely a very old-fashioned period drama. It's like the costumes were fantastic, by the way. Was it Colleen Atwood that done it? I think it was Colleen Atwood that done the costumes for that film. I think it was, anyway. Anyway, whoever the costume designer was in Cinderella was fantastic. Kate Blanchett was a total B in this film. She was just so like, she was a real bitch in that film, and she just stole the whole film. Helena Bonham Carter, yeah, that's her. She played Fairy Godmother in this film, and she was very, very good. She wasn't that long, but she was great in the film as the Fairy Godmother, so yeah, that's that. Number 4 is my favourite Disney animated film of all time. Yeah, there's so many of them, but this one always gets to me. I just love it so much, and I saw it last night. It's Tangled. What can I say about Tangled? I did a review of Tangled, so if you want to catch my review of Tangled, then go into my channel and you'll find it's called Tangled Rant 2010. I just go on and on about how much I love the film. Yeah, it's a really good film, Tangled. It's got great music, great characters, great score, great characters as well. Like, the actors were very good as well. Mandy Moore, like, nailed as Rapunzel. Zachary Levi as Eugene Flynn Rider Fitzherbert. He stole the whole film, him and Maximus. He just cracked me up. And he's dreamy, he's very, very handsome as well. I'm not gonna lie, I have the hots for Eugene Fitzherbert. I think he's a gorgeous, gorgeous man. Oh. So, yeah, it's a really great movie. It was actually the most expensive anime film of all time when it was released back in 2010. So it's like 8 years old now. But yeah, it's a fantastic film. If you haven't seen Tangled, do watch it. It's a brilliant film. Number 3, now this one is going to be a bit of a toss-up because I love both of these movies and they're both released in different years. Like, it's the same film, but it's different. But it's going to be Beauty and the Beast, both the new one and the original one. I can't choose which one I love. I love both of them, but I like the live action one more. I don't know why, but it was more, it made sense. Apparently, it made sense actually. But yeah, both of them are very, very good. The songs are brilliant. The score is very good, both the new and the old one. Emma Watson, by the way, she nailed Isabelle. I don't care what people say about her, whether they think she's a crap actress or she's wooden. But she was really good as Belle. I really liked her in the live action Beauty and the Beast. And Dan Stevens, oh god. Oh, when he sings Evermore, my heart is like boom, boom, boom. It's just brilliant. I love both the cartoon. I like the cartoon as well. But if I have to be honest, the live action one wins me over every time. As you can see behind me, I've got there. You can see there, it's like behind me. So, and I've got a couple of more. Look, if you see there, that's another one as well. But yeah, Beauty and the Beast, the new one, is very, very good. If you haven't seen Beauty and the Beast, then do watch it. Watch the original, watch the live action one. I don't care what one you watch, but both films are brilliant, by the way, so they're a plus. Number 2 is another Disney movie. I have so many Disney movies in this list, and it's hilarious. It's got to be The Lion King. They're remaking it next year, actually, with Beyonce, Danny Glover, Seth Rogen is going to be in the movie as Pumbaa, which is a surprise. As Oliver Platt or Jean Platt. I think it's Oliver Platt or something. He plays for Rafiki. Scar is played by, I can't pronounce his name. It was rumours of Hugh Jackman, but he turned it down. So yeah. Aggie Woodbart is in it as well. Woodbart. She plays Sarabi. And yeah, and here's a surprise. James Earl Jones is making an appearance once again as Mufasa, which I thought was lazy. I thought to give it to another actor, besides saying, "Oh hey, James Earl Jones, want to star in The Lion King?" And he goes, "Okay then." You know, I didn't know, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the live action version of The Lion King as well. So let's hope it's good. I'm praying it's gonna be good. I'm praying it's gonna have Hans Zimmer score, because Hans Zimmer score, God. Oh my god, that scene with the Stampedes and Mufasa dying, it made me cry like a baby. And it still does to this day. And I'm a 26-year-old woman and I still cry at that movie all the time. And number 1 of my favourite films of all time. Now before I will reveal what my favourite film of all time is, you can guess what it is down the bottom if you want. Honourable mentions, Kate and Leopold. I like that film, not gonna lie. Mrs. Doubtfire, hilarious. The Mask, very funny. Oh god, what are the films I love? Tarzan, Aladdin. Oh god. You've Got Mail, Sleepless in Seattle. Mary Poppins, Sound of Music, La La Land. I even love La La Land as well. Zootopia, Big Hero 6. Oh god, Mighty Joe Young, another film I love as well. Homer Brown 1 and 2, Home Alone, and yeah, that's all I can think of on top of my head. Oh yeah, and The Notebook. So, number 1, with that being said, number 1 of my favourite films of all time is a classic. It's 21 years old next year, or this year actually. It is, of course, Titanic. I love that film. I love the music, I love the score, I love the characters, I love the acting. Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, they just nailed it. They were really good as the star-crossed lovers. What can I say about it? It's a historic masterpiece. It's directed by James Cameron, who directed the Terminator films, Avatar, which was a good film too, even though it was a rip-off of Pocahontas, but still. Oh yeah, and James Horner didn't score as well. So, like I said, the score is brilliant as well, but James Horner, God rest his soul, he was amazing. Oh god. Yeah, the movie is on for a whooping 3 hours, but you know what? It's worth every penny or cent. It was just brilliant. I would have loved to see it in 3D when it came out there about 2012. They re-released it again in 3D, but I didn't see it, so sadly. But yeah, it's a brilliant film. Leonardo DiCaprio was dreamy in it as Jack. Kate Winslet was stunning as Rose. So yeah, overall, I love Titanic. That's all I'm gonna say about it. So that's my quick 10 favourite films of all time. Let me know down the bottom what your favourite films were. Until next time, take care and peace out. And make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave comments down below and tell me what your favourite films of all time are. So, till next time.